It's AJ and Ryan on the AandRPodcast.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the AandRPodcast. I am AJ.
And I am Group Ryan. Hi, I'm Ryan.
Group Ryan. Hello. So I've got a few things I want to talk about. We will get to the Cristiano Ronaldo of it all, but the first thing I want to do is read back through our text conversation that we had the other day, because I think we thought we were so funny, and I've read it back and I realised we're really not.
I read this to Ivani in the moment. She was kind of chuckling, but not like as much as I was crying on the phone.
You were crying with laughter.
Yes.
Okay, so it started off because I said I was like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, just watching Harry Potter." And then you quoted the line from Goblet of Fire saying Dumbledore's got style.
Order
I said,
of Phoenix.
Yeah, I said, "Oh, you watching Goblet?" You said, "No, Order of the Phoenix." And then you said the line, "Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?" Dumbledore said calmly. And then I said, he shouldn't have let Harry compete. Fumbledore. He said, "That's made me laugh so much." And then I said, "God, we are stupid." And if you said, if Dumbledore went online dating Bumbledore, and then I replied that to, if Dumbledore falls, Stumbledore. If Dumbledore was in a band, Drumbledore. If Dumbledore was in dessert, Crumbledore.
Yeah.
If Dumbledore was moody, Grumbledore. if Dumbledore was insulting someone under his breath, Mumbledore.
That's my favourite.
Mumbledore.
The thing is, what I kept doing in my head is replacing the line with like Dumbledore's got style, like Mumbledore's got style. That's why I was laughing so much.
And then you said Mumbledore, I'm dying, and I said Dumbledore, if he gives someone else credit, Humbledore.
That was a good one, is that? Like Dumbledore.
Dumbledore goes to the dentist to get an injection in his teeth, and now he feels Numbledore. That was actually really creative. And then my one was Dumbledore is mixing things up, Jumbledore. And then you said Dumbledore makes an apple crumble, Crumbledore. And
yeah.
I said, okay, now it's kind of lapsed
Yeah,
because we're recycling now.
I forgot that you said that one.
Genuinely, I was laughing my head off.
Mate, it's just because I was just imagining that scene and just doing each different name, going over it again, like Crumbledore's got style.
So after that conversation, I was talking with, I think I was talking with my mum, with me mum, and I think she put it out. She goes, "You and Ryan, the first things you say are really funny to everybody, but then you will take the joke to the extreme where only you two find it funny and everyone else hates you."
Yeah.
And I was like, that is actually so true. Because we always just take the joke way too far.
And we just somehow keep giggling like little like school kids, just like.
Yeah, like I could tell you a joke that we've been saying for like 4 years and we'll probably still laugh.
Yeah, we do all the time.
Like whenever I quote the line from the In Between, it's like "Bigay, dickhead, frog."
Yeah,
It just gotta get you.
That kind of stuff just doesn't get old for me. I don't know why. It probably gets old for a lot of people, but not for me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think it's just iconic, and I don't know. It's the foundation of our friendship.
What shit jokes?
Yeah. That only really funny.
Ivani actually said to, I can't remember when it was. She said, "You and Ryan have a lot more in jokes than me and Ryan have," and I was like, "That's quite cute."
I mean, yeah, we are quite the comedians.
We actually no. But the only thing is, we're only comedians to each other because nobody else thinks they're funny.
Imagine, I can just imagine it in a crowd of people just absolutely howling, and then it's just
like imagine it, like how the So podcasts like do stand-up shows on stage, like the Views podcast to go on tour. Imagine we were on stage going Mumbledore, Crumbledore, Fumbledore. Everyone look at us like we're insane.
Thing is, I can also I just imagine Captain Holt saying those names as well. Like,
Captain Hulk.
The Captain Holt.
Oh, they said Captain Holt.
No, Captain Holt saying Mumbledore. Like, I don't know how you would. I don't know why it's funny.
To be fair, now I say it, I do enjoy a bit of Captain Holt. So the next thing I want to talk about, we'll get Cristiano Ronaldo of it all because that's the big news that broke this week about how he's playing South Africa. But So the next thing I want to talk about is a very beloved show of mine from when I was a child, and I've watched it many, many times since. It's very beloved to me. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's returned on the BBC this week.
No, when you watched when you were a child.
Well, not a child, but like I've watched throughout my teens life, my teens.
You tell me, and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Say what you're thinking first, and then I can affirm it.
I don't know if it's a BBC. No, I don't. I think I'm being stupid. No.
What was it?
No.
Say it.
No.
Go on,
No.
go on. Say it.
Tracy Beaker.
It's not the worst guess.
But then, like, the more I thought about it, I thought, nah.
No, Waterloo Road
It's returned.
has returned. Did you used to watch Waterloo Road?
I did a bit, but not like I wasn't
So-
deep in it.
Like I don't think a lot of people know that's me, but I'm like massive. Like I'm into like I'm all about the lore of Waterloo Road. I can tell you all the characters from season 1 to season 10, and then now it's season
10?
11.
Is it?
Now it's season 11.
Is it just like they're all grown up and was it following new people?
No, so Kim Campbell, who was in series 1 to 3 and series 5, she comes back and she's now the head teacher.
Oh my god.
And Dante and Chloe, who had a baby in season 5 and like were together in the run up to this from season 1 to 5, they're back. But okay, do you care if I spoil this show?
No.
I mean, the thing that I'm going to talk about happens in the first episode. So like, when I was growing up, Chloe from Waterloo Road was like it was Maddie from Sweet Life and Chloe from Waterloo Road
Right.
who were like it for me.
Let me
like,
get
I'm
some
like,
research.
Katie Griffiths.
I just put Chloe Waterloo Road. Right. Okay.
Yeah, she looks
Yeah.
better now.
Well, I'm just so I know the characters.
Yes. So I was like, okay, oh my god, this is great. I saw her in the first episode. I was gassed. I was like, oh my god, it's Chloe and Dante. I mean, they grew up together. And her boyfriend is the guy who went on I'm a Celeb, Adam Thomas.
Yeah, and he's in like soaps and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, him. So they're back on it. Okay, so
But
I'm going
when
to spoil the show for you.
When did she have this kid?
No, she didn't actually have a kid in Waterloo Road.
Yeah. I was
In season 5.
Like she was like 15.
Yeah, so she was on it like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like 15,
yeah,
16
no,
years
but as
ago.
in like in the show, at what age when she had the kid? Because she's just
Like
holding.
16.
I say she's just holding this kid, and she's like proper young.
Like 16. I mean,
And
when she had the
she's-
kid, I was even younger, so it's not weird to have a crush on her. Like, it's not like I was
Yeah.
this age
But,
and she
like,
was that age.
She's holding like the kid, and what's his name? Adam Thomas.
Yeah.
He's in the background with her, and he's still in his school uniform.
Yes,
Mad.
yeah. So the whole thing, they have the baby at school. It's a TV show. It's fun. I mean, it's not like teenage pregnancies never happened, but
No,
you know,
but
well-
it's just kind of mad to see it like that. Okay.
Yes. So my gripe with this is they return the characters back, and all of the promo was surrounded about how Kim's back, and she's the head teacher, and those two are back.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm so here for this. The first episode, for the first 55 minutes, I was absolutely having the best time watching it. I was like, this feels like it was before. I mean, they've done the typical modern show thing of having it be a bit more inclusive. Because
Yeah.
before, it was basically just a cast of school kids. And I guess when they made the show, it was more about how stuff wasn't accepted, like how being gay wasn't accepted.
Yeah.
But now there's like openly gay characters. I mean, it's calm, but obviously it's transitioned to a more modern show.
Yeah.
And first episode, I was absolutely loving it. I was like, I'm seeing my two favorite characters back on screen. I mean, Chloe and Dante were my favorite characters. Their kid, who they have, is now a character going to Waterloo Road,
Yeah.
the school. And I was like, this is incredible. And then, okay, I'm going to spoil this for you. And if anyone doesn't want spoilers, I don't really care because it's in the first episode. The 56th minute of the first episode, Chloe dies.
What?
She dies.
How? Get run over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not actually. So the whole point of the first episode is it's not actually the school's not. I'm going to do a synopsis. The first episode is basically the school is not called Waterloo Road. It's called some William blah 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 name. And apparently that guy was a white supremacist. So now the whole thing of the first episode is we're going to petition to get this thing back. And there's like a paint riot at the start in protest. Someone's car gets paint thrown on them. They rear-end someone else, and then she gets knocked over. And
Yeah.
she thinks she just has a sprained wrist, and so did I. But it turns out she actually had a head injury, and she dies.
Wow, mad.
And my favourite character from
Oh, well,
Waterloo
that
Road
dies in the first
comes
episode.
back, dies. She dies. I mean,
Is
get
it-
me wrong.
Is
I
there
was
any point in
very
watching
angry.
it now?
No, so I was very angry when they did it, and I was like, "Oh, this! I don't know if I can watch this." They've kind of tainted my character.
Yeah. Is there a scene of Adam Thomas smashing up cars? that-
In the season 5.
Oh, okay. No, okay. That's I
No,
thought
sorry,
that was-
season 3. That's when Chloe cheats on him with Brett. They
Oh.
haven't had the best relationship,
And he
Dante and
gets the
Chloe.
baseball out and starts smashing other cars.
So yeah, yes.
Okay. All right. I thought that was this season. Sorry, I just saw a clip of it.
Yeah. So she dies, and I
Yeah.
was like at the end of the episode, I genuinely thought I was about to cry. I was like, how can they do this? The whole premise of this show is that they come back and they're good parents and this. But then, I watched episode 2, and it's her funeral, and I kind of like the direction they're going with it.
What happened? What's the name? What happened to? I'm gonna throw a name at you.
Elsie Healy.
Don't know her face.
She makes
Chelsea Healy. Yeah,
Yes. Okay. So do you care about spoilers? You don't care about spoilers. do you?
Janice Bryant.
She comes back as a cameo in episode 2 at Chloe's funeral.
Oh my god, she's changed
I know.
massively.
Yeah, she was in it from like the day one.
No,
until-
she was
she's like-
OG.
Yeah, and then she was a secretary. Now she's just sort of Dante's friend. Yeah, but I am liking the direction. I'm not. So Kim Marsh, I'm not sure if you know her. She's in Coronation Street.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she's in Coronation Street.
She's on Strictly as well.
She's in
That's
it now.
what I know.
What?
She was on Strictly as well.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't just say that.
Yeah, okay. She's in it as well now. Okay.
Yeah, so she's in it. Her son Paxton. But no, it's not Paxton. What's his name? Packer. What's his name?
Todd Packer.
Todd Packer. The Pac-Man. No, what's his name? It starts with a P. Preston. It's Preston.
Yeah.
Preston. He's actually my new favorite character. Like my new favorite character of this series. So I've got a favorite character from like each era of show. So Chloe and Dante were my season 1. Well, I'd say Chloe was my favorite season 1, and I'd say the main four like Chloe, Brett, Mika, and Dante. Like my season 1 to 5. They're my faves.
You know who I remember the most for some reason?
Finn.
No.
Sambuca.
No.
Earl. Marley.
No.
Bolton Smiley.
Bolton.
Tom Clarkson. Bolton Smiley.
Yeah.
You remind me a lot of Bolton.
Wasn't he the school badass? That's bad.
I was gonna say you remind me a lot of Bolton. He was
How?
thick as pig shit too. I'm joking. I was actually really mean.
Didn't he get with the teacher or something?
No, that's Jonah. He got with Jessica Montoya in season 6. I'm very invested in this whole Waterloo Road thing.
You are. Is the head teacher still the same head teacher?
No, so in season 1 it was season 1 to 2. 1 and 2 it was Jack Rimmer. Season 3 to 5 Rachel Mason. Season 6 Karen.
Oh my god.
Karen.
They got a new head teacher every
Fisher.
season.
Karen Fisher. Season 7, 8 Michael Byrne. Season 9 Christine Mulgrew. And then season 10 Vaughan Fitzgerald. And now it's Kim.
Kim Marsh.
Who was
Kim Campbell.
Kim Campbell. Kim Marsh is the actress
Yeah.
who plays Nikki, who is hot. Sorry. So, yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of new characters, and I'm quite enjoying it. Okay, and again, we will get to Cristiano Ronaldo, but there is one more thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
It's my Nintendo Switch playtime.
Oh my god, I bet. I've got a couple of things after, but yeah. I bet.
Oh,
that's
you
insane.
got things.
Yeah, after,
okay,
after,
so
after.
have a guess. So I've had the console. I got it exactly 2 weeks ago when we recorded with
Yeah.
Joe. So have a guess how many hours of playtime in 2 weeks.
20. 48.
So 51.
Oh my god. That your thing is that is such a you thing because you'll get it, you'll do it, and you'll smash it out, literally, and then
Never play again.
Well, yeah, you'll either you'll just pick it up periodically. I remember you did it with Spider-Man or Mortal Kombat, and you 100% it, and then that's it, it's done, completed. It's like a mission for you.
Yes, but the annoying thing about Smash is you can never really complete it.
No.
but
You should
like you complete the story mode, but there's also the challenge mode, and I'm still smashing my way through that.
Did you ever
So I
beat
played on
my-
average
did you
about
beat my the thing
home run.
Yeah.
I'm very upset to tell you that I have, and like
How
and
did
like
you do it?
it wasn't even like close.
Was it by a lot?
So you got what 160 something,
Yeah.
160 something. I got 400.
What did you do?
So I just used Ness. I mean, people are gonna be like, "You fucking nerds! You're talking about home run contest." I just used Ness and PK fired my way to the bag, smashed it at the last second. But I used the full controller and not just one joypad.
Right, and you can do more with full.
Yeah, well, you can do like you can easier smash it with like you can heavier attacks.
Okay.
So yeah, I got up to 400. We could play. We could do it
Yeah,
again.
show me.
I mean, I also just want to read a text I sent you the other day because I thought it was quite funny. Hold on. I said, if you want to come over today and smash, then let me know. That was a mad sentence, by the way. So stupid. Okay. Anyway, so what did you want to talk about?
Jeremy Renner.
Oh yeah,
Critical
that
condition,
happened.
and Ken Block has died today.
Yeah, that's quite sad. I mean, there's not really much you
not-
can say about Ken Block.
yeah.
I think he was a legend,
But yeah, Jeremy Renner, critical condition, isn't he? Or
he's
worse.
stable though, isn't he?
Has he lost his legs or something? Or they?
I'm not sure. I think we were still waiting for the news to come out on that. He was in a snow plowing accident.
Yeah, I think it was to do with the weather, and I don't know, something happened. But I know it was like at one point he was in critical care or something.
Yeah, I think he is recovering and he is stable. So, prayers with him, prayers for his family. I hope he's okay. I mean, that's just a bit of a mad. Like, the thing is, it just makes you think like it can happen to anybody. Accidents like that, unless it's like life changing.
And the NFL guy who had the cardiac arrest.
Oh yes, what was it? I'm
Nathan?
not.
I don't know, something.
He played for the Bills.
And yeah, I see. Obviously, he just dropped to the floor, and it's mad.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually insane. Like, I mean, because a similar thing happened to Christian Eriksen.
Yeah. Except for they didn't. They filmed the whole thing, and didn't. Remember that when they just kept filming.
Oh, in the Euros, yeah. I think we had like a very long conversation about how wrong that was, and like the cameraman zoomed in on his crying wife's face. Although I feel like I need to get written permission from like your family or from like Avani. If you were to die in the podcast, like if you not like just completely pass out and silent, but like if you were to go through some serious physical pain, I'd call the ambulance first, but I'd say keep rolling. And as you were being wheeled off, I'd be like, make sure you upload the recording. We've got to upload on Monday.
We're going to live mode.
And I'll be like, hey guys, you want to continue this story? Look on Instagram Live, AandRPodcast. I just have a picture of you in the hospital getting like surgery or something.
I'm glad
Yeah,
you're
like
so
those-
supportive.
What?
I'm glad
No.
you're so supportive.
But if some no, but like let's say something like tragic happened to me, right?
Yeah.
Tragic. Would you continue the podcast?
Don't know if I could.
What? Too emotional or just no capacity for it?
Well, unless I'd have to find a replacement.
People do podcasts on their own. I could see that happen.
Nah, I don't think I could do it on my own. I'm not funny on my own. I'm not even funny. on you.
You're funnier than me.
I'm not even
No,
funny.
because your funny is kind of just there, whereas my funny is quite reactive to you. So as you can be funny on your own, but I need you to bounce off, or I need someone to bounce my comedy off.
You calling me? You saying I'm easy to be bounced off?
What?
saying-
I'm saying you're great at bouncing. It's not a great sentence after I said let's just smash. Okay, so now the big one. I know Ryan's been very hesitant to talk about it. Cristiano Ronaldo, sue it.
The goat.
Okay. You can't call him the goat. You can't call him the goat anymore. So I saw the first thing I saw last week was someone set like a picture, and it was so his nickname's Al Nassir, right?
Who? What? Al Nassir.
Al-
Yeah.
Al Nassir.
Saudi
So
team.
it was a picture of Cristiano Ronaldo holding the Al Nassir top and Messi holding the World Cup, and someone tweeted a picture saying, "This is the saddest end to a rivalry I have ever seen."
He has gone kind of downhill. One sec. Go.
Yes, so it's a bit of a downgrade. But there's just no, like, it's just so stupid.
Yeah. I understand all the greats have done it. Like Beckham went to the American League. Zlatan, he's gone to the American League. And
100%. I could not agree with you more on that. I'm just going to get the quote that he said a month ago. That he said.
As he said, if I wanted to play for whatever, I would have done it a long time ago.
So Piers Morgan said, if it was just about money, you'd be in South Africa earning this king's ransom, but that's not what motivates you. You want to be at the top. And Ronaldo said, exactly. And then he said, in Europe, my work is done. I won everything. And Football Joe tweeted, translation, I couldn't find a Champions League club willing to sign me, so he decided to come here instead.
To be fair, he has done pretty much everything.
No, I 100%. If he, let's be honest, if Messi did this, I wouldn't care, because he hadn't just done interviews saying about how much he wants to stay in Europe, play Champions League football. And I was just like, this makes no sense. Like, you're clearly just doing this for the money, or you're doing this to escape media attention. Because Ronaldo scores a hat-trick in Europe, insane. Ronaldo scores a hat-trick against Nassir, against some camel farmers. Not a big deal.
No, I mean,
I could do that.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, but at the end of the day, he's ruined his own thing, because realistically, how many people are going to tune in now to watch him? Not a lot. Who's
watching Al Nassir?
Exactly. So, whereas Messi is still in primetime football, really. He's going to be in Champions League. He's going to be in...
Messi, goal. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to say on the Ronaldo thing was, there is a clause. And I had to verify this, but I had to read like a 60-something page document to find this clause. No, it's not a release clause. So there is a clause in the contract. So I saw something on Twitter, and I saw maybe like one. So I have like TweetDeck, you know, that thing, the plug in your computer where you get like 5 or 6 Twitter feeds. So I had one that had Cristiano Ronaldo's name in, and let me tell you, that one moves quickly. And I saw maybe like 1 or 2 out of thousands of tweets saying what I'm about to tell you. So I was like, okay, if I say this on the podcast, I kind of have to ensure it's factual. So I read through the contract. So there is a certain clause stating that if another Saudi-owned club in the Premier League makes it in to the Champions League, Cristiano Ronaldo is eligible to go on loan to that team.
It'd be Newcastle.
It would be Newcastle United. Yeah. And currently, they are 3rd in the table with a 4-point gap.
So he could go back to Newcastle.
So if Newcastle... And I'm not even saying it's highly probable. I'm saying it's pretty much certain that it will happen. And that is why that clause is in there. Because the Saudis that own Al Nassir are the Saudis that own Newcastle.
So basically, so is it he has to, or is it just eligible to?
He's eligible to go on loan, but would you rather play for Al Nassir or Newcastle?
Newcastle.
Exactly. But if I was Newcastle, I wouldn't take him.
I think that it's just they'd take him, but it's one, okay, he's probably not going to play that well, and 2, it's a big waste of money. Like, his wages.
It's no money.
What about wages? Don't they pay?
Al Nassir would still pay. That's the clause.
100% his wages.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's no money at all.
Well, it's kind of like in a split ownership part where it's all just in one part and they get paid out. It's not. It's not all. It's also like Newcastle couldn't afford. Newcastle, the richest club in the world. They could definitely afford it. But I'm not gonna lie. In the nice possible way, I acknowledge that people think he's the best player of all time, and I acknowledge that I think he's the second best player of all time. But he's a washed-up old bastard now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's just a desperate attempt. It's literally like the last attempt before retiring, because he's done.
Do you know what? You know what I would have respected a lot more is after he left Juventus, if he just went, "Yep, I'm retiring to America with my family." Oh no, sorry, I can't go to America. Retiring to China or Saudi or somewhere, and not done any of these interviews, not gone back to United.
Yeah, to be fair, but he had a good first season at United back.
He did.
And if he just carried on like that, or just did one season and then left, or it didn't end the way it did, and he was still there, even if he was doing not great, I think he'd still go down more as a respectable legend for just staying at the club that he kind of built his fame on.
So, pre this, I saw a lot of people saying that there's some people who are bigger than a club, but I completely disagree with that. I don't think there's anyone who's bigger than their club. Because look at Ronaldo. I'm not even arguably, the most famous footballer on the planet. And yes, you can argue that it's maybe Messi, it's maybe blah, 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 blah. I think Ronaldo is not the best, but the most famous. 100%.
By his Instagram followers and everything, he's definitely more well known.
He may be even closest to the most famous person in the world. He's top 10, right?
Yeah.
So, for that man not to be invincible at the club that considers him a legend and holds him on this pedestal, that says something that football is not bigger than any one man. It's about a club. And I think he wants it to be, but he wants to be bigger.
He wants the Ronaldo show.
Yes, exactly.
He wants his own club where he just makes clones of him.
Yeah, he's got a plan now. He's going to impregnate women, and then it'll be 11 women, and he'll just create a football team of his gene pool. Yeah, Ronaldo. So it's a squad of Ronaldo genes.
But you don't have her. Iconic scene. Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, yeah. I obviously he's arrogant and he's frustrated and he's just not done it well. But I don't think it excuses how well out his ability or his success.
I'm not disputing the fact that he is an incredible footballer.
But it makes him an arsehole.
I'm disputing the fact. No. So, I would 100% respect if he was an arsehole all the time.
It's the pick.
I like when people are arseholes. Like, my favourite driver is Max Verstappen.
And he's an arsehole all the time.
All the time. And I love it. Inject that into my veins. In a maybe not with like in his family or whatever, but in a sporting context, he's an arse.
Yeah.
But I love it. Whereas Ronaldo is so picky and choosy about when he is.
Sometimes it's like, oh, I was once a fan too, and then the next is like, oh, it's all about me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Tyson Fury. Oh, well, our box are free. Actually, no, 300 million. You picked off.
Oh, yeah. Your impression of Tyson Fury is actually bang on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I lost a little bit of respect for Anthony Joshua, because he like dropped his humbleness. Humility is not a word. Just take the mic.
Let me talk.
Yeah, he went full De Bruyne. Yeah. And that's why I love like Haaland. He's not an arse in any way.
Have you seen the thing where he was imitating God? Is it Godfrey?
No.
Everton. Oh mate.
What? Oh yeah. I did.
Mate, that's funny. That is. And he ran away from, what was it, Tarkowski?
Oh yeah, mate. The thing is, I like everyone messaged me. I was like, bet you're gassed, and I was like, I am. But we also got very lucky. Like, it's not like it was we gave a run for their money. We scored a lucky goal.
He just scored an amazing goal, which is not going to happen again in that season for him particularly, really.
Oh, no, 100%. I mean, I will happily, like, any day of the week, I will take a point at City. 100%. Yeah. Any club would.
Yeah.
But people need to stop acting like Everton are now this football superpower that can defeat Man City. We've got a game right now. I shit you not. So it's now 7:52 on Tuesday, the 3rd of January. We are playing Brighton right now. I guarantee in 2 hours' time, and these guys will hear it in a week, that we have lost to Brighton. And who's our next game? Oh, it's the next week after that, and I'll talk about that later.
McAllister will score.
Messi Alistair.
Because Newcastle Arsenal are playing now, aren't they?
They are.
I reckon Arsenal will win.
I think Arsenal are going to win the Premier League. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually think it's true. And the thing is, I really want them to.
Mate, they haven't even with the players that they've got. It's not like they've splashed out. Really, they've just used homegrown kind. I won't say homegrown, but like they've used players that they've been in the club for a bit of time, haven't they?
They have on average the youngest Premier League squad. So if Mikel Arteta does this, he'll be the GOAT. The thing is, Mikel Arteta is like a lot of people consider him like a legend of Arsenal, or whatever. He was also a legend of Everton.
Yeah, he played for Everton ages.
Long time, and he was incredible for us.
Yeah.
So I've said, I mean, I'm kind of being a shithouse here. If Everton go down, I'm just going to support whoever wins the season this season, or I'm just going to support Man City. If we go down, what's the point?
Mate, where are you at the moment?
15th, but everyone below us has a game in hand, so we could very much easily drop to 19th. So we're shit.
It's over for you.
It is. Okay, so I don't have anything else to say. Ryan, have you got anything?
No, me.
So, before we do, we have a Week 7 headline of the week. So, Week 7, where I find a headline old or new, and me and Ryan
Have a little talk about it.
So, in this week's headline of the week, widowed mom pulls out of sisters.
Read that again.
Widowed. That was actually really fantastic cough. Widowed mom pulls out of sister's wedding after realizing she was being set up. A widow who is still grieving her late husband and absolutely no interest in dating says she was left furious after learning her soon-to-be wed sister wanted to set her up at her upcoming wedding. A widow who just lost her husband 5 years ago at the age of just 31 said she made it quite clear that she isn't looking to get involved with anybody else, and so wasn't happy to learn at all that her own sister was trying to set her up. According to the bereaved mom of 3, she learnt from her brother that her sister had rounded up many single men to invite to her upcoming wedding.
Wow. So she just... Why?
That's so weird. I mean, you want to get back out there, like, I'd do it for one of my boys. Oh, I want to know how her husband died. Do you think that matters?
What?
Like, do you think cause of death matters for how long it takes you to get over somebody?
Cool.
I think it does.
I think if it's more expected, like if someone's terminal or something, and you've had a bit, obviously you can never be prepared, but you might be able to process it a bit differently. But if it was tragic and sudden, I reckon it'll take longer.
Yeah, like my biggest fear is like picking up the phone and someone telling me like someone's died, because I'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah. But I'm like famous. Not famous. I'm not famous. I'm like famously known. You are famous. Cristiano Ronaldo. Is that you?
Yeah.
I want to see. I'm like famously known for like, not crying anytime. But I feel like if I got that sudden call, being like,
it's more the shock and the instant kind of emotional wave.
Like if someone called me and be like, "Oh, Ryan's dead," I'd be like, good prank, bro. Just a prank gone wrong in the hood, yeah." And then they'd be like, "No, he's dead." I'd be like, "Oh, I'll prove it. I'll message you, be like, we're recording this week, lad." You should reply. That'd be such a sad last thing to text you. I'll send you a game which will never get played. It's okay. I don't want to talk about this game.
Don't manifest it.
That'd be such a sad way to start 2023. Okay, so I just said that I was gonna have to. AJ.
And I'm Ryan.
Happy Sue Year.
Oh no, he used it.
He used it. Okay.